Okay, here we go. We're outside Prest in Commercial Road in Newstead. You have to bear with me, I'm carrying some folders today, so it'll be a bit of a mission trying to show you everything. I'm going to switch the camera around and show you a number of the apartment complexes under construction here in Newstead, around that Fortitude Valley, Newstead, New Farm area. It's one of the most expensive areas in Brisbane. It's a really popular area to live. If you wanted to make a comparison to somewhere in Melbourne, it's probably like your South Yarra, with your Chapel Street and your main shopping strip there, and a little bit of industrial area as well. James Street's the main shopping strip, which is about 2 blocks up from here. Again, maybe a couple of hundred metres from here. Similar area in Sydney would probably be, like your Victoria Street in Darlinghurst. Trendy area. Lots of people want to live there, plenty of shops, and a little bit industrial as well. I've got the sun streaming down my face. It's about 8:45 here in Brisbane. It's about 22 degrees, so if you're thinking about moving here, the weather's brilliant, you can't beat it. Anyway, I'm going to show you, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about, so just bear with me. Okay, so here we are. This is Commercial Road that I'm facing here. You can see Nova over there. That's over towards Tenerife and the river. We're in that little bit of a triangle here in Brisbane. You can see the gym across the road there, really popular. So there you go. We're in the corner of Commercial Road and Arthur Street. Here you can see Prest, Paint-Based Cafe. Shout out to John. Sonny's there too, Evie, Jewel, everyone's there. Great spot for a cafe, opposite road from a gym. Great cafe too. Anyway, I'm going to begin the walk back now to my office, which is in Doggett Street at Inspire CA. It's probably literally about 300 metres. So what we're going to see here over to the right is all the construction that's happening at the moment. As you can see there, 2 cranes in the sky right there. Those complexes over there are closer to the river. I think a couple of them are from the larger developers, Mirvac, etc. If I just move along a little bit here, you can peek around the corner. Those complexes, they're probably about, without being next to them, they're probably about 20 stories. Okay, now here is 2 more cranes in the sky, as we can see there. Again, probably another 20 story complex there. If we say that, maybe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe at best we'd say there's 4 to a floor. So there's probably 100 apartments there, 100 in the one to the left. We go a little bit further around the corner. And what have we got around here? So again, 1, 2, another 2 cranes, another at least 2 apartment complexes. So there's another couple of 100 apartments under construction. We walk a bit further along here. You can see the cranes there. So again, another few 100 apartments there. I keep walking. As you can see, it's a little bit of a light industrial area. There's just recently, just above the Lambert sign there, you can just see that complex is almost completed. That's probably about 12 levels high. Probably another 50 or 60 apartments there. We keep going. Excuse me, surprise, surprise, around the corner, another crane, another apartment complex. That one there is still coming up out of the ground. I won't take you around, we'll be turning right into Doggett Street there. I won't take you down there. It's just a big hole in the ground and a whole heap of dirt. If we look over to the left a little bit now, another recently completed apartment complex. Again, probably a little bit of commercial on the ground, and then residential, which is what most complexes are like at the moment. You might have a couple of levels of commercial, retail on the ground floor, some basement parking, maybe some offices for a couple of levels, and then residential. So we can see there, you can see in the background there, behind that, we've got another recently, so that's still under construction. So if you look above the Golden Casket sign, that complex is still under construction, and to the left of that there's an identical building which you can't see, which is just behind this recently completed one, but there's another one there. So there's a few more 100 apartments there. Obviously the cranes in the sky here, lots more cranes. That's again further down to the river at Tenerife. If we walk a little bit further, you can see down the end of Doggett Street here. And you can see again in the background, another recently completed tower. I'm going to cross over the street here now. So as you can see here, we're on the corner of Doggett Street and Commercial Road. I'm going to walk across the crossing so I don't get run over. There's the city skyline there. So look, we're about 1.5 to 2 kilometres out of the city. A lot of people that live around here and work in the city just walk into the city from here. It's not a far walk at all. Over to the right, so Fortitude Valley is over to our right. Straight ahead, we'd head up to 2 blocks away is James Street. As I said, sort of the main street in New Farm. A few office complexes around here. It is sort of light industrial still. There is still quite a lot of small businesses around here. Just going to make my way across the road here. There's a lot of small businesses. Okay, so as we can see through there, there's another recently completed block. Just get past this building and I'll be able to show you some more, but there's a lot of small business owners around here. A lot of small businesses operate from this area. Fortitude Valley, again, there's a lot of startups and small businesses around there. River City Labs, etc. is located there. And obviously the valley is sort of a prime spot as well in Brisbane. Okay, so if we can see just up there, if I lift the camera up a little bit, there's another complex and another crane, and this is all within literally a couple of 100 meters. So as you can see, there is hundreds and hundreds of apartments being constructed around here. As I said, it's a lovely area to live and work, obviously. You'll just be able to see, there we go, there's another crane. More apartments, and I've literally walked about 100 meters. So we'll just get past this building and you'll be surprised to see what's around the corner. There's a couple of issues around here. Parking is horrendous, really difficult to get a park around here, and it is all metered parking as well. Okay, we've just walked around the corner. There we go. There's probably 12 stories there, so that's probably another, good 60 odd apartments, if not more, just in that complex there. Another recently completed building over there, 2 more cranes. As we can see, just up to the top there, another recently completed block of apartments. So as you can see, there are literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of apartments being constructed around here. So probably a good place to open up a cafe. Any sort of retail business would be ideal around here. Having said that, parking is horrendous. Not all the apartments come with parking. Okay, so there we can see there. Not all the apartments come with parking. Obviously, a lot of them are very small, and developers and project marketers are trying to sell these off, 500, 600,000, at least for a 2-bedroom apartment. As you can see, very close to the city, and you can see Inspire CA on the right there. More construction in the city. I don't know if you can see those cranes, and it's sort of the center of the screen now. There's a few apartment complexes going up there as well. So I just wanted to highlight, you have to be very, very careful about what you're buying. As I said just last week, a number of the project marketers, and when I say a number, I mean 7 or 8 contacted me to see if I could, if I had any buyers for their apartment complexes, and they're sort of offering incentives of anywhere up to $30,000 per sale, and also offering massive discounts off the price as well in terms of rebates. That's back to the client. So those incentives are for someone like me, mortgage brokers, financial planners, accountants, anyone that introduces business to them, and that's a bit of a worrying sign as well. So we can see just another crane over there, but I'm going to flip the camera around now. Okay, so we're back at the front of Inspire CA now. As I said, it's only a couple of 100 meters walk, and we've just seen in the sky, literally, over 1,000 apartments under construction. That's not to say that you shouldn't buy here, but it just means you need to be really, really careful about what you're buying. Making sure you're paying the right price. You want to look for an apartment if you are buying for an investment here. With something a little bit different. At least 2 bedrooms, I would say. to appeal to a wider market. You want to have parking as well. Parking around here, as I said, is horrendous already, and it's only going to get worse. If you're a small business owner, probably a good place to open up some sort of retail shop around here. Rent is quite high though, having said that, but there is going to be, an extra, few thousand people living around here. So if you could find an associated business, then this is would be a great spot for it if you can get the obviously get a lease at the right price as well. But anyway, that's just my quick snapshot of what's happening on the ground here in Brisbane. As I said, we've walked a couple of hundred meters, and there's thousands of apartments going up. Thousands more people will be moving into this area, but you just need to be really careful if you're investing around here. Be very careful with your choices. All right, that's it for me for now. I'll speak to you soon.